this is about you getting to this place, getting to this space in your life where it's easy. Or so it looks easy, you know. I guarantee you, I feel like it's possible that sometimes people look at you and be like, wow, they really got it together, or you know, whatever. People think so many fucking things about you. You be amazed at what people think sometimes when they look at you. But a lot of times, if you're looking well, or it appears that you're doing well and you're looking well, wow, that person, like, wow, you know. And they don't know how hard it is sometimes. They don't know how hard it is to get the fuck up out of their bed on some mornings when you really don't want to. They don't know how hard it is for when you're really trying to push through emotionally and you can't, but you're still required to do so anyway. Like, they don't know how difficult it is. You make it look easy. This shit ain't easy. It ain't never been easy. It ain't never been a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been this thing of, oh, I just wake up naturally to do this. You had to build on this. You had to work on this. You had to go through trial and error. You had to experience shit. You had to fail. You had to succeed. You had to do all types of things in order to find balance, and in order to find your way around the world. You know what I'm saying? In order to find your center, in order to know your light and your true aura, the true essence of who you are. It just looks easy. This shit ain't never been easy. It ain't easy right now. You know? Hello, Divine Masculines. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in today, tonight, or whichever time you decide to watch this reading right now. I appreciate you. For those of you that are new, I love to say love is healing. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. I thank you for coming back. So this is going to be a general reading for the Divine Masculine Collective. Hope that what comes through resonates for you, brings you some clarity, some kind of reassurance of some kind, insight of some kind. But if not, it's all good. This simply means that it's not your energy or message. And that's pretty much it. So I hope that you all enjoy the reading, or you're able to take something from it, okay? All right. All right. I'm going to just go ahead and get started. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Okay? You see how she looks? You see her external reality? You see all that light that's surrounding her? Yeah. That's your personal experience with life right now. That's something that you're currently going through. Some of you could have already gone through a spiritual awakening of some kind, okay? Or some type of awakening of some kind, or some type of leveling up of some kind. I'm not sure. But some of you may have gone through some type of spiritual ascension in some way, shape, or form. And your external reality, in your external reality or within it, you see these type of people here. You see this type of energy. You see these type of things represented in people, places, and things, right? You can sense the negativity. You can sense the frequency, the vibration, and all of that. That's how it sometimes shows up. This is how sometimes some people physically look and spiritually look. But this is more so a spiritual reflection of your reality, okay? All the people, places, and things. You being a light within the reality of what most people find themselves not being able to get or catch on to. You know what I mean? Basically. And this is your light right here. So for some of you fellas out there, you are the light in the room. Let me see if y'all see me looking up, I'm checking my camera, but I just got to remember to look at the camera correctly. But anyway, fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. This is about you and your reality right now. You're the light in the room, but there are some lurky, shadowy, negative, whatever's hanging around, which is always sometimes the case, because that's just what it is. Negative, positive, positive, negative type of thing. But overall, your light shines brighter than all of the bullshit, than all of the people, than all of the illusions and false glamourings and false illusions that people love to empower and put themselves in certain positions with, you know. I don't know why I'm hearing the term false magic, but people use false magic. They try to use powerful false magic a lot, you know, to make themselves, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but whatever, you know. Why I mentioned it, because it's coming to me, but it's kind of like weird to talk about a little bit. But anyway, people use false glamourings to make themselves appear as something that they're really not. You know, a lot of times this reality literally in itself is nothing what it appears to be. So that's something that you've really caught on to. That's something that you've really connected with. That's something that you kind of like really understood through this process, okay, of your spiritual growth or ascension in some way, shape, or form. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the second one. But that's what you look like. Your light is bright. Your light is bright. People can see it. Things can sense it. People can feel you when you step in the room. Even though this says wisdom of the divine feminine, this is possibly your understanding of this energy itself as it pertains to you and external people, or the external feminine, possibly, right? So because you've taken some type of time, you've gone through some type of growth, some type of process to understand your light, to understand your ascension, to understand who you are, where you are as a person, as a man, where you want to go, what you want to do, all of that, right? So because you know your light and your power and your connection to God, to your guides, your purpose, your path, your walk, your way, you know what I mean? Now that you're learning that and you're embodying that because you're bright, your aura is so fucking bright right here, right? People have bright auras. Sometimes they draw these type of people, so be careful. And just be observant, but you know, you pick up on it, and God always provides a protection somewhere in the winds, even when you're aware or not aware, you know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. But back here, this is your understanding of the feminine energy, possibly, or just understanding the value of the feminine energy in your life, in your reality, in your existence. There has to be balance. Just like there's the feminine energy has to be present, the same as the masculine energy has to be present. But I feel like you as a masculine, some of you fellas out there may have taken the time more to understand what it takes, or have a somewhat of an understanding what it is to live the reality of a feminine, live the reality of a woman. And what I mean by that is kind of like valuing her more, valuing her more from a deeper place. Okay, that's what this feels like. You're valuing the feminine energy more from a deeper place. Now there's a deeper reverence, there's a deeper respect and appreciation, there's a deeper love and trust and honor and value that you truly hold for this feminine energy, or the understanding of this feminine energy. Now I feel like you've understood something different now, or something about the feminine energy is really has really taken to you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. This could be represented as a person. This could be represented as a wound that's being healed, because some of you fellas out there, I'm gonna just be real, the same as us females, okay? Some of you guys have complexes when it comes to women, and you've had issues with your mom or your sisters, or just women that have brought you up in life. Like men have, I know that some of you fellas out there like have real issues with females due to your upbringing, due to the things that you've gone through, due to shit that kind of shifted you in the wrong way about females and things like that. And not necessarily because of what you chose to do, but I feel like this feels like from childhood, shit that you couldn't even control or understand. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. So I feel like there's some form of a healing that is taking place in you to truly find more value and more appreciation for the feminine energy as it represents itself here. Like I said, this could be representing itself in your life. This could be representing itself just in you personally, like the way that you feel, the way that you see the feminine energy, the way you understand it now or connect with it now. But this could also be an improving, or this could be the healing of a wound that you may have had with the feminine energy, okay? You know what I mean? In whichever way it may have represented itself in your childhood, in your adolescenthood. You know what I'm saying? Circumstances and realities of which you couldn't control at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that altered your future choices, your future moves, your future experiences with the feminine energy, okay? As it, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so enlightened man, okay, awakened man, right? And now there's this new understanding and value and appreciation for some type of feminine energy. Let's keep going. I felt that. Let me go. Fourth ray of harmony, more balance. Harmony and balance, more balance, yeah. Healing of a wound, healing of an issue. I don't know. I don't know what I'm not even gonna try to think about the reason why I feel like this has been an issue for you, like you finding peace and balance with the feminine energy. Like I said, I feel like it's a wound, it's an old wound, it's probably a taught wound, a subjected wound, or whatever you want to call it. But through that, and before that, your own understanding as a man, I feel like here in the third place, there's more balance, there's more harmony, there's more centeredness achieved in you because of it. Like, you've healed this wound, you've healed this issue, and now you're even better because of it, and now even better relationships can develop and grow and build and bloom in the right ways at the right time for you. You know what I mean? And not necessarily represented as the feminine energy, but just a lot of times when you heal certain wounds or certain issues, when you correct them and just kind of like let yourself know, when you do the fucking healing work, I'm gonna just say that when you do the healing work, you find it that certain things improve, not just necessarily surrounding that, but other stuff that sometimes you may not have guessed would have been connected to that or even associated with that in any type of way. You know what I mean? So this third oracle talks about your centeredness, your balance, your harmony within yourself, mind, body, and soul, coming to center, into alignment, all of that. That's more of that energy, okay? Your aura, your light is bright. There's this awakening and this healing of this feminine energy, and then there's more balance in the third place. So that's great. All right. Divine, ask for the next one will come through. Sun flipped. Hold your center is the fourth. Okay. Very much so the same, if you ask me. Okay. They're both, or the reality is a very meditative, heavenly, divine, transcendent space, reality, altered state. Okay. Meditative, intuitive, connective, ethereal. Okay. You can say all of those things. That's that energy right there. Okay. You see her sitting kind of like at the base of this portal. And this portal is sort of like the portal that she goes through in order to connect with God and her guides here, right here. Okay? If you see that, right? And above that is what is represented as the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. This bird here. So this is the divine carrying the message to the higher, carrying the message through into the higher dimensions and the higher realities. Okay, I'm going to say it like that. If you don't understand, I apologize. This is how I say it. You know what I'm saying? So if you need more detail, I'm not sure, but I'm sure you get it. But this is the divine, sacred God, source, creator, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, dove of peace, carrying this connection, carrying this energy into the higher realms, into the divine realities, into the sacred realms of where it needs to be, that beautiful, sacred, loving, healing connection that can never be severed. You know what I mean? She's taking that moment. Hold your center talks about you basically maintaining balance, the same way this third oracle was talking about it. Okay, and I'm gonna get back to this one, but this is what this oracle is talking about. This is you constantly knowing who you are, knowing your place, maintaining yourself, maintaining your balance, maintaining you. Okay? Even if you can feel, a lot of times, sometimes when you go out into the world, you can feel the agitation. You may feel the craziness. You can kind of feel the chaotic, the confusion, and you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of anxious and all over the place sometimes, you know. Sometimes you can feel that, and sometimes that can affect you so to where you're thrown off balance. But even at a moment or at times where you may feel that, you have to do this. You remember that you have to do this. This is the only way you're going to get back to peace. This is the only way you're going to get back to center. You know what I'm saying? This is the only way you're going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? And you know that. You understand that. You understood that because now, you know, this is what you see when you look at certain things, right? You can see the shit that be floating around, flying around and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hold your center. So I feel like with this hold your center, even though you have grown, even though you have maintained, and even though you have achieved a great deal of balance and healing, or 100% you could be in the process of this, you know what I mean? But because of where you are and how this energy is reading, balance has definitely been obtained, balance and harmony in some way, shape, or form. Even though at times it may seem chaotic or whatever, kind of like jittery and shit, hold your center. These two oracles mean the same thing. These two oracles carry the same energy. Now I'm going to get back to this one. Okay, as you see this man here, he has his mind open. See these different projections of himself, but the center self is aligned. The center self is awakened. The center self is receptive. You see the light coming from his chest, his sternum area. You know what I mean? Some of you may be feeling some things in this area. Okay. But yeah. Some of you could be feeling some things. This is divine feminine, real quick. I just want to mention this for whatever reason. This feminine energy could be about your heart space. It could be most definitely closely related to something as far as your heart space. Okay, because I'm just feeling this center here, right here. But this is balance that's obtained. Okay, this is balance that is maintained. Here, this is your energy. But then the fourth one comes out talking about hold your center, because even though you know how to do it, you've been there, you've grown it, you've achieved it greatly, you're great at what you do and how you do it, which is amazing. You've grown a lot, you healed a lot, but you still have to maintain. You cannot allow your external reality to drive you off of your path, to confuse your focus, to blur and slight your view, all due to they're confused. They don't know what to do. They're not sure. You can't worry about them. You've seen it. Whatever you've seen it. Whatever you've experienced it. Whatever the fuck you felt. And you've achieved a great deal of balance. You have achieved a great deal of healing within yourself with this feminine energy, but you have to maintain balance. You got to do that. Hold your center. Something could be on the way. Feels like either something is coming, because for you to be told twice in two different ways, fourth harmony, I think I'm running out of space, y'all, because it's turning red. Okay guys, my camera timed out. But fourth ray of harmony talks about balance. Okay, harmony is balance, it's flow. Okay, it's rhythm, right? Hold your center, same thing. Except for the center is reflected here, if you notice. All right, so I feel like there could be a change, there could be something happening, there could be something building up, there could be a shift of some kind. Okay, something is taking place here. Something is opening up. Dark angel falls in the 5th place. Yeah. Just like I said, fourth ray of harmony talks about balance, centeredness, alignment. Hold your center speaks of the same thing. Even through the harshness of the realities, or the eeriness and weirdness of the realities, the confusing things sometimes that happens in the realities, right? Or in this reality. Dark angel represents itself because this is possibly energetically how you feel. Even though your light is bright, or you're building on your light, you've healed the wounded feminine energy that you may have had issues with. Balance here, right? You've obtained balance, or that's something you're seeking. If you're seeking it, know that you're going to obtain it. Know that it's coming. Know that it's already here. Affirm that with God. Affirm that with your guides, and know it to be so. If this is something that you have already been doing, you have to continue to do it. Aside from all the other shit, to say it like that, to say the least, right? This is what I feel like you energetically feel. This is what you feel like, dark angel. And this means, for me, this is who you are. You have your wings. They're strong. They have grown, right? But there's still this ache in you. There's still this grief. There's still this pain. There's still this struggle. It feels like you're strong enough for it. You're brave enough for it. You're built for it. You're made for it. But it's hard. It's so fucking hard sometimes. You know what I mean? 100% understandable. Okay? And that's what I feel like God and your guys is saying here. They understand that you feel like this a lot. They understand that you feel like this. They understand at times that you feel like just like this. Holding yourself. Kind of like in the moment of, you know what I mean? I'm doing it. I've done it. I'm continuing to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. But I'm tired. You know, I'm trying. I'm succeeding. I'm executing. But it's exhausting. You know what I mean? So this is something how some of you, this is how some of you are feeling, okay? Energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally. And God, your guys right here saying, it's okay, we understand. Pray and ask for support, okay? Pray and ask for support. Pray and ask for support. Pray and ask for God and your divine guides to be more present, if that's what you need. If that's what you need, pray for that. Ask for that. Affirm that. Confirm that. You know what I mean? Do that. If that's what you need. If you're feeling like this and you need a little lift onto your load, or a lift off of your load, you know what I mean, so to speak, you know, pray for that. You know, do that. All right. Divine, I ask for the next oracle to come through. Thank you. Spiritual service. Okay. Spiritual service falls after dark angel. A part of your path, a part of your purpose is something that internally feeds you, builds. Okay. Spiritual service is about what you represent in this world, individually. What do you have to give of value as an individual soul in this reality? It does not matter. It does not matter what's in your account. It does not matter what's going to be in your account a few years from now. It doesn't matter what you're driving. It doesn't matter what type of clothes you wear. It does not matter what you use, the things you use, the way that you eat. What you do in this reality is important. What you do with your time is important. How you treat people is important. How you treat yourself is important. You know what I mean? Those are the type of things that God and your guides truly take value in. It's so easy to dress something up, but if it ain't shit, it ain't shit. No disrespect. But what I'm saying, when I say that, I'm saying that figuratively. You know what I mean? You have to understand true value and true substance. And that's what God and your guides want you to know. There's true value and true substance. Even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, even though it's tiring, there is true substance and true value in building on yourself from a spiritual, metaphysical state, energetic state. There's true value in that. And you find your way around the world when you do. You truly do. You find your way to your happiness, to your fulfillment when you do. When you follow that path, you know what true happiness feels like. You know? True happiness isn't, you know, the more so external stuff that we put so much power into and, you know, control into. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it's more so about the internal. And if the internal is in the right place, just as your oracles reflect, balance, alignment, healing of wounds, a refracturing, refracturing something, but then restructuring it. The wound of the feminine energy. I don't know why that came in like that, but for whoever that made sense for. You know, maybe your connection to the feminine energy was fractured a little bit. Maybe that was the case, you know. But I'm going to pull one more card, and then I'm going to pull an emotional clarifier for you guys. And then we're going to close this reading out. But it's just like, you find your way when you continue to do what you're supposed to do. It's difficult. It's hard. You've done work. You're doing work. It's changing. It's moving. It's growing. But you have to let time be time. You have to trust timing. You have to know that whatever you need, whatever you're supposed to have, it will be provided for you. And if it's done the right way for the right reasons, it will truly fulfill your heart space, seriously, for the rest of your life. And you could have billions of dollars in your account, or multiple accounts, collectively billions of dollars. And that wouldn't be the main source of your happiness. That's what they, figuratively, that's what they don't want for you. Yeah, we need money right now to know value, to appreciate it, to get the shit that we need, and to do the stuff we want, all of that. But they want you to understand value from a truer, more deeper, and more valuable, more truer. They want you to understand value and substance from a more truer and a more deeper space in reality, or a more higher space in reality, so that you can truly know what living in this reality, what living in this world truly means. Again, this individual is in a meditative state. Okay? They're in a meditative state. Right? Okay. Divine, I asked for the last oracle to come through. I got more than one, and this fell forward. Okay? But yeah, you're gonna know your way, or you're gonna figure it out. If you have not already figured it out. You know what I mean? You may have already figured it out. You know what I'm saying? But overall, the light that you're building on, or the light that you built on, the feminine energy, in whichever way your insight into the feminine energy may have been slighted or fractured in some way, shape, or form, which caused a wound or an issue or an imbalance. But because of that, there has been a healing, or there's some type of sacred healing that's taking place, and there's more balance that's being found. You're encouraged to hold your center. Even though it's difficult, you are an angel. It's just kind of dark right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. You are an angel. You are of a divine connection, of divine space and company. It's just kind of difficult. You know what I mean? You're going to understand the wings repeat themselves twice. As you and as you again. You know what I mean? So, you're just learning your way. You're learning your way, but you've really done something special to build on this shift in your life. It's just not easy. It ain't been easy. That fell. Give me 1 second to pick that up. Alright. Master healing. Okay. It takes a lot of work to get to a certain space and level sometimes. Y'all know that. Okay? The work that you put in is the results that you get. That's the outcome that you receive, right? Spiritual service came out before this, right? Understanding what you're supposed to do the way that you're supposed to do it. They're just sitting down at a book. Mind you, they're not even reading it, right? They're not even reading it. This is the level of where you're trying to be, where you're trying to grow, okay? That's what I feel, okay? They're sitting down here at this book. They're holding this book, and the pages are made of light, right? It's lighting up. They have the galaxies and the stars in their mind here, right? There are bubbles. There's so much high energy that they're soaking in. And again, this center space here. The center space repeats itself 1, 2, 3 times. So it's something going on with you in this area, okay? You can, and when I say that, I definitely know that energetically, but also it could be physical as well, okay? So some of you could be feeling some things up here, kind of like, what's that? You know what I mean? That could be some activation, some leveling up, okay? Some growth, you know what I mean? Sometimes it represents itself weird, sometimes in a physical way, you know. So if that's a wound that you may have had in this area in some way, shape, or form, you could be feeling some type of physical symptoms of that there as well, okay? This is about you getting to this place, getting to this space in your life where it's easy. Or so it looks easy, you know. I guarantee you, I feel like it's possible that sometimes people look at you and be like, wow, they really got it together, or, you know, whatever. People think so many fucking things about you. You be amazed at what people think sometimes when they look at you. But a lot of times, if you're looking well, or it appears that you're doing well and you're looking well, wow, that person, like, wow, you know. And they don't know how hard it is sometimes. They don't know how hard it is to get the fuck up out of their bed on some mornings when you really don't want to. They don't know how hard it is for when you're really trying to push through emotionally and you can't, but you're still required to do so anyway. Like, they don't know how difficult it is. You make it look easy. This shit ain't easy. It ain't never been easy. It ain't never been a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been this thing of, oh, I just wake up naturally to do this. You had to build on this. You had to work on this. You had to go through trial and error. You had to experience shit. You had to fail. You had to succeed. You had to do all types of things in order to find balance, and in order to find your way around the world. You know what I'm saying? In order to find your center, in order to know your light and your true aura, the true essence of who you are. It just looks easy. This shit ain't never been easy. It ain't easy right now. You know? But this is the level of which you're trying to get to, right? This is what you're seeking. This is what you're trying, this master level of who you are, which is absolutely attainable. Okay, I believe in that for you. I hope that you get there. I feel like you're very close to being there if you've already been going through the process of getting there. You know what I'm saying? And it's always levels, but you know what I'm saying? This is the energy that you're acquiring in yourself as a man, as a divine masculine, right? So eventually you will get here. This is what is represented as the gift after all of the work, after all of the, you know, processes, and after all of the experiences. This is your gift. This is the energy. This is the power. This is this mastered level of yourself. They're not even reading this book. They have their eyes closed. They have their eyes closed, but they're picking up every word. You know? That's the level you're about to attain. That's the level you're about to reach. That's the level you're seeking, and that you're very much so possibly very close to, if you're not already there. Okay? So, Overall, master healing is about the master healer of yourself, because you've gone through the path of which it took to get to the highest you. Now you know you can do it. Now you're able to do it what appears effortlessly, but the process and the continued process is far from it. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to pull one emotional clarifier from this oracle right here. All right, and then I'm gonna close this reading out. I hope that y'all enjoyed this reading up until now. This is gonna be pretty long too. The Divine Feminine reading was long as well. You know, I just want to take some time with y'all and just kind of like give y'all a good reading. And I enjoyed this. I feel like overall you've done work. You've built on your power. You've built on your strength. You've really changed your life. You've really changed who you are. Or you are in the process of truly doing that from a real place, from a real space. Not for the gratification or the approval or the, what's the word? Gotta bring the word to my mind. You don't need any, you're not seeking any type of external validation. That don't mean shit to you. Because, okay, y'all, my camera stopped recording. But you know, the inner work is the inner work, and the inner work ain't no joke. It's as well as the external work. You know what I mean? So people think it's easy, but it ain't. It ain't been. Okay. But your master level is soon to come, soon to be. Okay. Just continue to experience your process, grow through your process, and you'll find your way to your master state, to your mastered level. Okay. All right. Trust God, trust yourself. Trust God, trust your guys, trust yourself. Okay. All right. If I ask for one oracle to come through, thank you. Worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So let's read that for you real quick. Let's see what worry is first. 100. Keep it 100. It ain't been easy, but it is a definite, needed, and necessary process. Because you know where you want to be. You know where you want to go. You know what you want to do. You know who you are. Alright, so worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Worry is a wasted emotion. It does nothing other than give you the illusion of control. When you expend too much energy worrying, it limits you and has an adverse effect on the natural energy of your soul. Worrying destroys the hope, faith, and excitement that are wonderful elements of this schoolroom called Earth. Learning your way around the world. Okay? Remember that you are what you think, and you have the power to create positive thoughts, which beget positive outcomes. Worry is a negative emotion and sets you up for a negative result. What unnecessary worries are you carrying around with you now? Examine them objectively in the light of love. Help your soul by releasing them and be fully connected to the current moment, which is where your power resides. Okay? So, Divine Masculine, worry could be an issue for you. For some of you, worry could be reflected in your life in some way, shape, or form right now at this moment in time. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching. You may have watched this whole reading. You may have watched maybe the first 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes. I don't know. But thank you for watching. Those of you that needed the message, I'm glad that you got the message and hope that you got it, okay? Again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see y'all again with another reading.